Are you passionate about like helping artists? Is that your is that what you're saying? You want to
Yeah.
you want to build a network of artists.
Like, I wouldn't do what you're doing because I
Mhm.
feel like you're doing it way better. But my thing is like, I've always been somebody who's put in so much work and time and effort and honestly money into learning. Like, I'm such a learning junkie. I've gone to all of the conferences. I've made so many connections with people over the years, like across the world. And so, like, I just learned a lot over the last 12 years of doing music. And so I would love to just be able to be like, here's the roadmap. Here's what I know, and here's how to not make the same mistakes as me.
Mhm.
But
couple a couple thoughts here, and I think this is worth mentioning too. Personality, guys, is a skill set. Like your personality, Lenny, like what you bring to the table just with your presence and like who you are, that is a skill set.
oh,
That thing, I know.
crying.
I'm making her cry in front of everybody. That is a skill set, but I would say that skill set could almost be more valuable when it comes to what we were talking about the other day, which is this concept of building a school group around fans of your music
Mhm.
and people who want to connect with you more as a human and as an artist, fan to artist.
Like I know like when you look at our school group, like the network, like we have to put energy into like teaching for this thing. Like that's kind of the our role here. Obviously, we're here trying to nurture the community and make sure like everything's and like moderate, make sure everything's good. But like we have to put forth the most energy out of anybody that's in this group, obviously, and build the roadmaps and the courses and like keep doing that stuff. But what I'm seeing, especially for having an audience size on social media for you, for example, for Lenny, like there are so many people that would spend just a little bit of money every month just to feel like they have a personal connection with you. Like you don't have to teach any of your audience anything. Like that's what I'm trying to the business model that I'm trying to build for artists. You don't have to like necessarily teach if that's not your thing. It sounds like you have a passion there for artists and like doing that whole thing, which is great. Um, but I'm just saying, like overall, as an artist, you have such an audience there that may not be interested in the artist journey. But if you had a school group, you can make a course for that too. But I'm like, there are so many people out there that would be down to probably pay you something, even if it's like $1 a month. It's like you get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 people a month spending $1 or $2 a month just to feel like they have a place to where they can connect with you and you like your story. Like, and this is something that we talked about on our last call. I haven't uploaded it or anything, but we talked about there's still a huge layer, a boundary away from your personality right now that's not on social media. And that's fine. Like if you don't want to put your whole personality or most of your personality on social media and be genuine with people, and just have it focus on the music, like that's totally fine as long as you're cool with that and you're intentional about that. But there's a whole layer of your life that people would resonate with your story that if you can either have parts of it on social media or if you're not, that's not your personality, you can have it in a school group or something where people can connect with you and engage with you that way.
100%. And that might look, guys, that might look like something similar to what we're doing with this network, but it's a little different. So it's like, how do you provide more connection to fans, and how do you monetize it? How do you build different tiers around maybe access to you? Or hey, every Friday night, guys, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna sing and perform some songs, and you can come and show up, request songs, and maybe if you're in the highest tier, you get to request songs specifically. Or maybe there's an opportunity for them to pay $10 to request their favorite song, and you can learn it for the next week and include it in the set. And people are happy to do that because that thing means something to them. And then you put your version on it, your own twist on it, and they love what you're doing with your stuff. And it like that means something to them. And just think about this too. It's like with our specific social media strategy that we're doing with Eleni right now for this album, there's traffic flowing through you right now. There's a stream going through you, and you kind of just have to take a net and start catching fish out of the stream as they all go by. Because if you look at, let's take an example. That playlist that you have in your bio link, the Worship for Anxiety, I think it's over like 400 followers, right? 430, something like that. That started from 0 a couple months ago. Could you imagine now if you also had a school group that was a link right under there? How many of those people might have clicked on that and gone to realize, like, oh my gosh, like for only $5 a month or $3 a month or wherever you want to start, like I could hop on and like get to hear her perform, maybe sing every week or every other week, and like have a connection and have like that, you know what I mean? Like this custom human interaction. How many of those people might have found value in that?
And the thing is with school, you can do different tiers. So some of you have, I think we just have one tier right now where it's like we've got the monthly and the yearly. Like if I was doing the artist thing, I would have a couple tiers, and there's got to be a handful of people that either follow you or in your own personal network that are like super fans of you and they want you to succeed. Then they'll pay way more than the average person. So it's important to have the two tiers where it's like, okay, here's the lowest tier. It could be $1 a month or $2 or $5. And then you can have a higher tier that's like $100 a month. Like there are people out there. If some people are just looking for a way to support you, and if all
Yep.
you're giving people right now is your music to go listen to, that's 0.0003 cents per stream. It's like that's what you're giving them, and there's some people out there that are willing to support you more than that and listen to your music, but we're not giving them a reason yet.
And again, for example, guys, like back in the Mass Anthem Patreon days, there were people that paid hundreds of dollars a month
Yeah, like a core group of people,
because they love the band. They love the people, like the personalities,
and like the thing
mission.
is, like a lot of you guys are doing ministry focused stuff. Like there are people out there with money that want to support musicians who are doing ministry, and that's their ministry. It's sometimes it's a little bit of work to find those people, but they're more than happy to support.
Does this make sense to you all? Like, is this kind of maybe raise of hands or thumbs down or whatever? Like, is this kind of resonating with you, giving you some ideas of, oh, maybe I do have more opportunities to make money in my music career outside of just trying to build streaming? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Um, I love what you're saying about how you always got hit with imposter syndrome because, man, I feel like that's something that I think about a lot when I want to try to do something new. It's like, oh, can you really do that? Can you really step into that? And I've been wanting for a long time to try to create a group that is going to help support the music so that I can make more music. And I thought about Patreon. And now, like, I'm just thinking about school in a different way, and kind of what holds me back is, like, the educational side. Like, I feel like you guys offer so much value because you're teaching us things that, like, we really would like, we're problem solving in the moment. I'm like, "Well, how could I make that how could I make that my own?" Where, I feel like
Mhm.
maybe my skill sets are more in the realm of like teaching the Bible, songwriting,
There you
the music,
go.
this so it's like, well, how do I make that like would people show up for that? Would people show up for like, let me walk you through a book of the Bible or whatever? Would people like
Exactly.
support that? And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
And it definitely don't be too worried that you're like too
Mhm.
niche, because
The riches are
if
in the
the
niches.
yeah, if you want to talk about it like that, the riches are in the niches. That is a saying about all that. So feel free to click around on school. There are like people that like knit. It's a knitting, like a knitting group that they make.
It's me. It's my group.
They make
I came up with my group that I
they
didn't
make
tell
like
you about.
cartoon animals from like famous shows or something, and they just teach you how to do that. It's like so niche, it's crazy. And so for me, how I apply it to my stuff is I chose to go with the worship guitar community. So guitar players that play on a worship team and they volunteer and they pay to be in the group. It's like this is one of those things with the Anthem Network. Like we're teaching you how to make more money off of your music and stuff like that. Like this is a group where most of these people are volunteering their time. They just are interested in the topic and they just want to improve and be around people that are in the same world as them. They have the same struggles as them. So I never would have thought in a million years that people who volunteer their time would want to spend more money to get better at volunteering their time. But like that's where the people are passionate about. So yeah, don't get too limited on, and you definitely don't go too broad. That's for sure. Like I could have done guitar, but I would have competed with every other guitar player. And sometimes the last thing I was going to add with that is with my social media, I've built up enough of a following that it's sending traffic to my school group. And those people want to learn how I approach the guitar. It has nothing to do with like general guitar play. Like they see my videos and they want to learn how I played that thing. And so it's so much more custom to me and they get to also have courses and meet other people in the same space. But it's really cool to see other people pipe up in the group too. So that's all I have.
And one more thing that I want to add here too, because Lenny, you brought this up, Ashley, you brought this up, where it's like this concept of looking at what me and Joey are doing here with the Anthem Network and thinking, well, you guys are doing it so great that I don't think I can compete with that. Well, this is another beautiful thing is this is why we have a 40% affiliate link. So that it's like, it's another revenue opportunity where it's like, maybe you don't necessarily want to teach on this stuff, or you don't think you could maybe do it at this level or provide enough value or as much value as we do. Then the people that you do have in your circle, send them your affiliate link to our network and you can open up another revenue stream. 40% of what they pay would go back to you. And we've set this network up like this, guys, because our goal is we want artists like you guys to also be able to make money off of this group and off the work that Joey and I are doing setting this thing up. So you kind of like just change your perspective a little bit because, for example, I'm still waiting hear back from Feature FM about our affiliate link with them, but Feature FM is doing so good. And it's like, man, I would love to have something like that, but am I going to compete with them and because they're going all in on that and it's so good? No, I would rather just refer people to use their platform with an affiliate link, right? In a way, I'm partnering with them in that sense. So just another thought. It's like, okay, if you see the value in this network, it's like, okay, maybe then I can share my affiliate link with other people, give them value. I get value. Jason, Joey, and the network get value, and everybody wins together. And then I'll focus in on maybe the thing that I am getting the most joy out of doing, which is human connection over my music with people that want to connect with me. Does that kind of make sense? It might be worth on another call breaking down if you guys think this is a valuable idea, like this topic of creating a community for you guys, even around your music, we could almost start to break down like ideas of, hey, if we were to start an artist school community for fans, here's what tier one, like here's 3 different tiers of admission that we would create. And here's the pieces of value that each one of those things would unlock. And here's how we would give our time and set up our schedule so that we could long-term do that without burning out and build a real authentic fan base around that thing. And then again, you can take that whole concept and it's like, okay, well, like Ashley, like you're saying, like, well, what if my perspective is like, I would rather have a community that I can dive into maybe more songwriting or Bible verses and Bible studies and stuff like that. There are people that would absolutely join this. Like they're everywhere. There's 7 billion people in this world. We have to remind ourselves of this sometimes. We're like, how many artists are in the world that need what we're teaching here in the Anthem Network?
Yeah.
What percentage do we need to get 1,000 people in here?
Like literally, this is what I was just talking about with Jason before we jumped on this call about we can talk about this further later, but just about defining the end goal for you as an artist and for like you can whittle it down for other things. So for me, for my school group with the guitar players, my end goal is to get to 10,000 members. It's a big goal. And when you shoot for that big goal, you can start to estimate and you can start to plan out all of that going forward. And this is what we're talking about too. We run a lot of stuff through Chat GPT and AI. It's like, okay, you set up, all right, my end goal is 10,000 members and I want my last price point to be $20 a month. It's like, how would you stair step and plan out when you would raise prices and like how would you price it compared to other schools? And like you have to start going into that space. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh
I
man.
The
think
end, thinking from the end with your end in mind, your end goal.
Yeah, the end goal in mind, and it had to do something with Ashley. Go ahead, Ashley.
yeah, I was just gonna say that I think that if doing a call about that focus would be really cool because I think at the end of the day, like the end goal is to reach people, especially with a lot of these people that are on the call. If our focus is ministry, I think that one of our highest needs is creating community, and I think that that's the way forward, anyways, of where all of
Mhm.
this is going is
Yep.
learning how to build better community. And I feel like when I make a list of like what are my like top things of how I can like expand and grow, I think that like community is at the top. And it's like, okay, well, how do I do that efficiently? Like I think I'm gonna start a podcast, but it's like may I think that doing something like on school could be maybe better, or maybe the podcast could be like an entry point and then an invitation, to something deeper would be school. I don't know, but I
Yeah,
just think all
Exactly.
of it is like great stuff to think about because I think it's the way forward.
And
yeah,
that whole concept of school would be your offer. A podcast and YouTube channel and content is like
it's your
this.
marketing.
It's your marketing, it's your
Right.
value that you're giving out in the world. It's your net that you're casting into the water to see who resonates with you. Who are my people? Where are they at? And you're not gonna get every fish. You don't want every fish, right? You're just gonna get the ones that are like, that's my person. I'm 100% join that group, right? I resonate. So yeah, I would treat this whole concept of like Joey and I are starting a podcast for everything that we're doing in the music scene. Why? Because yes, it's a way for us to give value, but it's also us casting a net to see who resonates with us. And also free marketing. Well, not free. It takes a lot of time and effort, but it's marketing for us. Oh, if you resonate with us, hey, come check us out. Try a 7-day free trial. We'd love to help you.
Yeah, and the other thing too, what Ashley was saying was, um, it makes you think that you have to take on the whole world. Like you're like, oh, there's 7 billion people in the world. I need to get everybody to be interested in my thing. But when I was saying talking about the end goal in mind is you only really need a certain amount of people to really have, especially if we're talking about the financial side of things, you only really need a certain amount of people to really like change your world and have unlimited money to put into your music. Like if that's the goal that you're trying to solve, like getting more funding, like for me, even if you just do the math of, and I know we're talking about adding this to the roadmap, but like I'm all in like making a deep dive and even going through my school group of like how I have things set up. But like right now, my school group is at $6 a month. I started it at $1 a month and I worked it up. My goal is to get to $20 a month, but that'll be around 10,000 members. So it's a long time from now. But like even if I get 1,000 people in there, that's like 5 grand a month. Like and I'm at 200. So like just that extra revenue stream that I didn't even think about having. And I already have a plan of how much I'm already going to put back in to run ads to grow the thing faster. And so that's another a nugget that we had early on when we started this company is like we only lived off of a very small percentage of this whole
Mhm.
thing for a long time. And it's still that same percentage.
We still do.
It's
Yeah.
still the same percentage, and we put literally everything back in because we were already not used to making the money at the beginning. And so if you can start something like a Patreon or a school group and like not take anything from it, and just treat it, because like literally the first 100 to 150 people, I reinvested more money into time for content, hiring people to host more content for me for just promoting the thing. And then once I get it to $1,000 a month, then I'm going to put a certain percentage into ads. And so it's the same exact game that we played in this whole music game. It's just,
Yeah.
how do you make it work?
That's all really good. Yeah, my mind is thinking about a million things, but yes.
Yeah. And when you're in this mindset, I would encourage you to take out a piece of paper or get your phone notes out and just start
Mhm.
throwing up all these ideas, because there's going to be a gem in there somewhere.
And you're going to get a lot of no's. Like as soon as you start trying to charge somebody money, like you're mostly going to get no's, but it's that small percentage of people, and you really just have to constantly keep reminding yourself that there's always more people out there. So for example, in
Yep.
the worship guitar world, I'm a part of a Facebook group that is like has 13,000 members in it, and it's obviously Facebook group, so it's free. But it's 13,000 worship guitar players that just like one specific type of guitar effect pedal. Like
Hmm.
there's 13,000 of those people that are guitarists who are also worship guitarists who also like a specific effect pedal in the worship guitar world, and there's 13,000 of them. I'm like, if there's 13,000 of those people, I can find 10,000 worship guitar players. That means there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of worship guitar players out there. And so you have to constantly keep reminding yourself, because you're going to get probably 95% to 100, 98% no's of people not joining your thing to pay you money.
Mm.
And that's like, it's the same story for the Anthem Network. It's like, we've worked with how many artists, and we get 50 artists in at that point, you know?
For what? What specifically?
I'm saying the Anthem Network, we were at 50, 51 people.
Gotcha.
And it's like we've worked with them somewhere else for marketing. And now it's like trying to give people the idea of what the heck the Anthem Network is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a small group of people from that. But don't get discouraged by that if not enough people join your thing right away.
And
Mhm.
yeah, okay. So to speak on that right away, so we can give you guys some transparency. It's like, yeah, we work with hundreds and hundreds of artists over the past 5 years, and a lot of you in this group have found us through one of our offerings. Usually marketing. It might have been an artist call, like a coaching strategy call or something. It's like you found us from an offering, and started to get to know us, and now we have another offering. Not every artist that we've worked with over the past 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, whatever, is interested in the Anthem Network. So we're getting a lot of no's. But we're also pressing forward because we're like, I don't think you guys truly understand the amount of value that is being pumped into this network and like the shortcut. And it's like, it's kind of this roller coaster of emotions where it's like, yeah, we got another one to join. And then, oh, everybody just said no that I reached out to again. What's wrong? Like, why isn't it working? What can we do better? And it's a little bit of this game. So don't be surprised if like early on in your journey, it's a little bit emotional about like, oh, like, is anybody going to want to do this thing? I don't know. It's new. And you're kind of putting your heart out on your sleeve and having to step into the spotlight. And yeah, I think the main point I'm trying to make is it's uncomfortable. But growth is uncomfortable.
Believe it or not, we started as two broke artists working multiple jobs, touring the country with our band trying to get signed. The label said no. COVID shut everything down. Nothing was working. Our bandmates even quit. It seemed like it was all over. So we learned marketing. We built our own momentum. We've crossed over 500 million streams on all of our music. And we built the Anthem Network to give indie artists, producers, and music industry players the roadmap we wish we had 10 years ago. If you're done doing this alone, join us on the inside of the Anthem Network. Get your 7-day free trial by clicking the link in the description below. And
I have a crazy idea whenever you're
Go
ready. I
for
want
it.
to share it.
We love crazy
So-
ideas.
So something that I just kind of like fell into, like my kids go to a Christian school and it's like semi-private. So I volunteer a couple days a week when I can to teach worship arts. So it's like a music class essentially, but we teach them
Cool.
the heart and the art of worship, kind of, sort of. And then we go from like how you pick a set list, how you pick your keys, how you lead worship, how you like you go from like pro presenter and how to mix and like all the steps that just
Cool.
pretty much take from like Sunday, like on a Sunday kind of thing. And what's so cool is these kids show up and they start doing like chording because they have nobody else to play. So they just start learning the chords for this one song. But I've really grown a passion for it. And it's like the junior high age. And like I always wonder, and I've had tons of people ask me if I would teach kids like voice, which I'm not like by any stretch any special vocalist, and I'm only self-taught, but I'm like, and I tell them that and they're like, "No, no, what you just said. We just want you to teach them. We want you to just teach what you know." Like, and I'm like, "But you can pay somebody else who can actually like say what they're singing better." But I don't know. I've thought about it quite a bit because it's mostly kids in junior like the youth age that really seem to have like this desire to like learn. They don't wanna be perfect. They wanna find their own sound, and that's kinda what I teach at Worship Arts is, like, let's not, like, put you in a box. Let's see what you sound like and what your ministry is, because maybe it's not singing, right? Um, I don't know, maybe that'd be a cool little niche to, like, tap into somehow. I don't know how that would look, but because I don't
Mhm.
have time to teach kids after school. That is the only reason I haven't started doing that because I could be teaching, like, younger kids, but it's
So you're
time consuming.
saying potentially even a school group. Like, what if you
That's what I'm
digitalized
wondering.
all of these lessons and these teachings and built a group that's super affordable?
Mhm. I never
And
thought about
yeah,
it till just now, till, like, as you were chatting.
And that's a tough thing when we talk about lessons because in another school post, we can talk about this in another call. I was talking about the 4 quadrants. When it comes to lessons, you're really pretty much trading your time for money.
mhm,
And if you work a normal, for example, 40-hour week, every lesson you do is something that's chipping away at your time of something that you could be working on, like your album or writing a project or like something that's a bigger project that takes longer. And so,
Aaron's out of here. See you, dude.
yeah,
Good
see,
talking.
Aaron. So that's one of those things that you have to be careful of, which is why I push for more of the school group type of stuff because you can iron everything out, outline it, solidify it, package it, and have it run that way. Versus
It's a
you,
one to many as
yeah,
opposed to a one to one.
it's yeah, you make it once, you maybe update it every once in a while, but again, it's not you're not trading time for money
Mhm.
as much. And so
Like,
I would
hypothetically,
just
you
be
could do, like, a group, right? Like
Mhm.
like, I even picture, like, having, like, you know, once a month, I'm gonna host, something, even if it was just in person, and, like, I'm just gonna share my heart for worship, and then this is what I do on a like, if you're looking into getting to music ministry at your church, this is something or, like, how you would break that down, but I
Mhm.
guess you could put it on, like, a school portal somehow too, I guess, but
Yep.
I
I would
haven't
say
unpacked it, but I don't know.
yeah, if you don't have an outline, definitely just do the one-on-one teaching because you'll start to realize that you're saying the same things over and over,
That's where you
and there
learn.
Mhm,
starts to be a pattern, and that's when you really understand and master the concept, and then you're like, "Okay, it's time for me to, like, flesh out the rest of this and, like, package it up."
Because for
yeah.
the record, guys, Joey and I just spent the last 2 years taking hundreds, and I'm not over overstating this, like, hundreds of one-on-one artist calls between the 2 of us, where we would just jump on calls and ask questions and see where artists were at and share what we know, and eventually we were like, "Dude, we're hearing the same 3 things on every single call in just a little different way, but it's like every time it's the same issues that artists are running into, thus the Anthem network.
Mm,
Because we basically did our research for a couple of years and we're like, we know there's a problem here. How do we solve it? Oh, we can solve it with the Anthem network. And we can do that from us to many as opposed from us to one-on-one calls where we have a very low ceiling on the amount of output that we can have with that.
So, I definitely encourage you guys outside of just your streaming to come up with a product or something because if you can come up with a product and you have your own you still have your audience and your following, obviously it has to serve the audience that you're reaching.
We should share our school link, right? If they're going to create school communities,
Mhm.
we have a link, right, for them to
We
use.
do have a link, yeah.
Okay, we should put that somewhere for them, for those of you, because you can start your own school community, guys, for $9.99 a month. Like, it's very affordable. The risk is very low, and you can start getting into the platform and getting used to it and starting to learn how to create content and like organize your thoughts and organize what you think would be a cool flow for people to go through. Very much like what we're doing in ours, right? If you go look at the ride along section, you go look at the way we have things laid out in the artist roadmap and all of that. Yeah, so we've got a link that we can send you guys to. That's our affiliate link, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So again, it's this whole concept of like, oh yeah, of course, and like we want you guys to win, and like hopefully you use our affiliate link, and then we get to win a little bit. And it's like again, it's just this game of, oh, you've got an affiliate link, okay, I'll use your affiliate link, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm just curious, how long did it take you guys to set up like your account and get like your ride along? Like, because I know you have like a lot of like videos and stuff. When did you guys start working on this?
It's a
When did
good
we
question.
launch
It had to
it?
be like October.
We launched it in October of last year.
Yeah.
And yeah, we launched it. We really didn't have a whole lot of content even in there. I think we started to maybe populate some things in the roadmap at first and to take like, hey, here's everything we know about Spotify and starting to make these courses and stuff until we finally felt like we had enough value in there that we're like, okay, now we have something where someone can immediately come in and get value and learn something that they didn't have. Now let's open it up. Let's make it really affordable. And we're going to do our first call and see if anybody shows up. Well,
Mm.
I don't think anybody actually showed up for our first call. So Joey and I,
We deleted that one.
no, I think we recorded that one as
That was me and you.
yeah,
we just wung it. We're like, well, let's come up with a scenario here.
wung
Just
it.
like,
Wung it is a fantastic phrase.
we wung it.
Wung it. I don't know. That sounds so funny. We decided we're like, okay, we're going to do a topic called starting from zero. We're like, okay, Joey, Jason, let's talk about what would happen if we had to start over from zero tomorrow. And that was the first thing. And we just talked as if other people were on the call. And then we
And
posted that one.
just curious, how many members did you guys have already signed up before you did that first call? Did you have like, was it like 10 of us or I'm wondering the ratio,
gosh.
like if you can kind of expect, like if you get 10 people to sign up, like there's a
How many
high
people show
chance.
up?
Yeah,
Well,
there's a high
there's
chance, that there's not going to be anybody on the call and that's okay.
Yeah, because the other thing is like you have scheduling issues. Like
Right.
I'm running into that as well, like in my guitar group, because like I'm meeting on Saturday mornings, which is usually the day before. For example, for worship guitar players, a lot of people practice the day before. So I started on Saturday, and there were a lot of times where I'd get like one person, like one or two people. Like Brantley is like a regular. He jumped off the call, but he shows up like every Saturday, and it's like literally two people, and I have like 192 people in there. So like,
Wow.
but the thing is like they're basically just getting a free
one-on-one almost.
one-on-one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you get if you show up, you get the value. And I kind of like that it's a smaller group too, because you can like focus on each person's story or whatever. I might have like two or three people join, and I could just rotate and just ask a blanket question, and then like each of them can answer, and it's still a small group feel to it. I don't know how we're going to do this Anthem Network group with 100 people in one call. There's
Yeah.
even just look at the ratio now of like who jumped on this call out of 50.
Let's say like 8 of you, maybe 9 showed up out of 50.
Yeah.
So, Joey, you're saying that like you don't teach guitar? Like on when you do your calls, it's mostly just like conversation about guitar?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
it's I obviously have courses. Like I just finished up, it took me forever, but I finished up a Nashville numbers course, literally from start to finish, ear
Oh, that's
training,
awesome.
everything. And so I have courses in there that are topical that people can go in and watch. It's similar to the Anthem Network, but it's formatted just like this. It's more of a Q&A type hang session. And sometimes I'll walk in with a topic, but it's pretty rare. And people just want connection. Like you can just tell, like they crave it. It's a lot of people. Like I just had somebody on this last Saturday. He's a worship guitar player in the Bahamas.
Wow.
He's a church out there. And so I was just getting a vibe of like what type of music they're playing. Like what is it similar to what contemporary music is? And like, yeah, like they do a lot of that stuff. And so he would ask me questions about music equipment or gear or whatever. And it's like I said,
That's
like
so
if you
cool.
do enough reps with people, you'll start to see like patterns and like you'll start to have like more of your answers like ready to go.
Mm.
And that's kind of what we did with the not the Anthem network, the pre-Anthem network, where we were jumping on calls with artists. And a lot of it came down to funding, Spotify,
Networking.
networking.
Really just having like a knowledge gap issue of like not
Mhm.
knowing what you don't know. Thus the artist roadmap, where like, okay, we'll just take everything that we know and try to organize all of our thoughts into categories. So we spent before launch, we probably spent like 6 months coming up with these categories of like, man, if we were professors in a college, how would we come up with like our dream ideal curriculum that is just the easiest thing for people to flow through based off our experiences, not based off some old textbook or some professor that hasn't actually been doing the thing and is just teaching on it. Um, so you might approach this from a season of you might take a month to really break down everything you know and write it all down on paper and try to organize it
Mm. That's
and
good.
then come
And
up with the
see
offering.
can you see on the back end, like, which videos get replayed most, like, from what you've
No, I
created?
wish.
I wish they could.
No.
I'm actually surprised they
Okay.
won't let us.
So in October, we had 20 members that joined.
Okay.
So we went from 20 to 34 in November, and then 40 in December, and then 49 in January. So, like, yeah, it kind of tapered off or whatever. But it's just this thing is super weird for artists. Like, it's really hard to explain what the Anthem Network is because it's so future focused. Like, we're trying to replace the education system that we went through, the college education system, try to make it better and current, but also creating this networking effect where artists from all over can like meet each other, but also like get more dangerous and learn how to be a better, more effective artist. It's like it's a very interesting thing, and so I think it's just harder to for people to understand what that is. Like I said, when we met with artists and jumped on calls with them, a lot of them just really care about streams. A lot of the people that we met, they're like, I don't care. I can't figure out this streaming thing. But then it's a whole nother level to get them to actually watch the content and then apply the content. It's the same thing with teaching. It's like you could teach everybody how to do it, but it's another thing to actually like show up every day and like figure it out. Cause some stuff it's gonna take you a while to like figure out and understand the processes and like really wrap your head around it.
Yeah, I was in a program, with someone out in the States, and it was, like, very expensive, like, almost like, in, like, Canadian dollars, like, it was hitting almost to the 5 figures, but it came with a lot of other things, like promises and things, and I'll say that, like, a lot of the didn't get done, and then so I was just naturally, like, you probably already know who I'm talking about, maybe, I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a I made a lot of connections through it. I met a lot of people. I got to do my
Yeah.
album through somebody that he connected me with. So it wasn't all like, I built a community of people from there. I will say,
Yeah.
and this is not to be whatever, but I found that there was just a different caliber of experienced artists and non-experienced artists, and just it wasn't balanced in my mind, and it was also supposed to be exclusive, and then it wasn't, and so you pay this money, you show up, and then there's like 100 people in the group by the time you're done, right? And you're like, "What in the world?"
Mhm.
So, but that wasn't, that was, like, told to us that it wasn't going to be. You're only an elite amount of people were getting brought in. But I was gonna say, you said something earlier, like how people pay this extra money and stuff, but we were all of us, we talked about it afterwards, we were afraid to admit that we felt like we got, like, kind of, like, taken advantage of because all
Yeah.
of us took a lot of money and invested it in what we thought was kingdom work, right? And for some of us, like, we were okay, like, I fared out okay, but other people, like, it's been bad, right? So I think whenever I first like I knew you guys because I met Jake Fretz told me about you guys. So
Yeah.
I went and yeah. So
Yep.
like I'm all about networking. So like for me, I want to know who's using who, and then that's how I'm gonna trust that person. And so with Eleni, she was just like, yeah, and she was kind of sharing with me a little bit how you guys were chatting, and like so I kind of chatted with her from the beginning when she was just getting to know you guys. And she'd asked me if I knew who you guys were. So I was like, oh yeah, I've worked with them on my streaming and blah, 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 and all that. But knowing that she recommended this group and seeing honestly just the difference in the quality that you're putting out compared to like, I got more out of this, what it's been almost 2 weeks. I don't even know what it's been for me than I probably did the entire year and a half or whatever it was. And
Wow.
so I said it to compliment you because you're actually, and like, we were also told we would be able to have, like one-on-one connection and chat and all the things. And that was not true. So, just the fact that you guys are actually communicating and you're showing like your integrity through it is, to me, I wouldn't hesitate to share it with other people because, it's just, that speaks a lot. Cause yeah, I was one of the ones that did not have that experience, sadly. So before.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you for sharing all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot. I mean,
Mhm.
that's what we're aiming for. So that's super cool to hear that, because there is always this voice. We talk about this a little bit in like oftentimes in my head too, of like, oh, but we could be doing more. There's more. There's more. There's more value that we could be giving. And we have so much that we're wanting to do that sometimes it can feel like we're falling behind of like how much we're wanting to give you guys in the network. But like just even hearing like for where it's at right now that you're
Mhm.
experiencing that value, that means a lot. So thank you.
And you touched on something there too about how you got in contact with the network and how you joined. Sounded like two other people had to somewhat confirm with you, or at least it had to come from two other people that they were part of the group or working with us or whatever, that
Mhm.
prompted you to like look into it more. And so that is huge of why this whole affiliate thing, I have a feeling like the affiliate thing is going to be way more important for this group than ever, because so many artists, and this is partially why we started this, is like so many artists are getting taken advantage of, and there is like so much distrust of everything.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
artists can really only trust the people closest to them. And that's why like if you guys really want to help us out and help us like build this network, obviously you guys will make a commission from it, but it's a trust thing more than anything. Like we can make a ton of content, post it on the internet, but still like it takes that last final confirmation from a friend that like
Mhm.
really gets people in the group. And it's crazy because it's like we've done as much as we can with there's a free trial. It's like if you don't like it in 6 days, you can quit and nothing happens. And then at the end of the day, it's like even if you get past the free trial, you didn't spend thousands of dollars. You spent 10 or 15
Yeah.
bucks. And
Yeah.
it's like we've got
Yeah.
artists spending that on Chipotle multiple times a month.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's like pulling teeth. So it means a lot to for all of you guys watching
Yeah.
to
And
confirm
I
with your
actually
friends. And, yeah.
remember when I was searching for like how to stream my music and all the things, which by the way, that was not taught in the course. I asked them specifically that question, like, how do I get my songs out there once it's launched? And like, it was not explained at all. So I kind of came across like what you guys do just kind of by talking to people and saying like, how are you getting this many streams? Like, but like, you don't want to just trust anybody either because it can kind of,
Yeah.
you know, bite you in the butt too. But I remember you guys sending out emails and I got one from each of you because, and I don't know how that happened. I don't know if you guys were just like stalking people on Instagram and then sending them emails or whatever you're doing, but it worked because I was like, oh yeah, actually I just got an email from these guys when I was talking to Jake. And then someone else said something. I'm like, oh yeah, Joey. Yeah, I think yeah, let me go check. And I do a little search and there you guys were in my inbox. So it was just funny that it was small world, right? Like once you start
Yeah.
connecting
Mhm.
people. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, use the affiliate link. Again, if you guys are getting value out of it, it's set up in a way.
Mhm.
Let's just give you an example here, guys. Let's say you're doing the yearly subscription right now for $100 a year. If somebody signs up for $15 a month, what's 40% of 15? It's probably around like $6 or something like that. You'll be making $6 a month. 6 times 12, that's $72 a year. That basically
Yeah.
paid off your whole subscription. If you get 2 people, you're making $40 a year. If you get, the more people you invite, and again, as the community gets more and more full and the price keeps going up a little bit, that keeps turning into more as well. So it's like our genuine hope is you guys are able to start making some consistent revenue as well from just the value that this group is going in. Again, you guys showing up is also bringing value to us for these calls. So it's kind of like, again, it's just a give and a take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have to be
Totally.
the only ones winning here from the community. So that in combination with your community, and again, if we summarize this call of everything that we started with, it's like the affiliate with this network, sharing it with your friends, combined with this whole concept of you creating an offering, figuring out who it is for, whether it's for artists or whether it's for fans or community, whatever, and just trying to solve a problem. This could change the whole game for you guys. So that's our hope. That's our hope from this call.
Before you head out, if that session gave you just one good idea, imagine what'll happen when you're actually in the room with us every week. That's what the Anthem Network is all about. Artists connecting, getting real-time feedback, and taking action together. You can join right now with a 7-day free trial and be part of the next live call for free. Don't just watch other artists grow with them. Click the link in the description and we'll see you on the next call.